It's October 3rd. I'm back here at Fellsmere, and if you guys know, it's been windy. It's for the last, really since the hurricane went by us, there has been very few calm days. So I didn't bring my paddleboard this time, but I did want to check out Fellsmere, see what the water quality was doing and the conditions were, and also check on the boat ramp. So it's not too bad today. It's in the afternoon. It's still windy. It's probably blowing 10 to 15. Not as bad as the 20 and 25 that it's been the last few days. So water, as you can see, the ramp behind me, this is where most people put in their kayaks. It looks like it's had very little use. I can see where one canoe or kayak has put in. But the water quality, it looks a little clear. It looks a little clear. And still quite a bit of vegetation out there. So I'm going to ride down to the south end of the reservoir. And for you guys that don't have kayaks, but realize, you know, you can ride bikes up and down these levees, and that's what I'm doing today. And you can fish. You got basically almost 3 miles of shoreline that you can fish. And it is fishable. You know, you can walk it, but it's a long way to walk. It's better to take a bike. So I'll be explaining a little bit about the bike and how I set my bike up for it. If you look at the back end, that white little PVC pipe and stuff I have on there, that's for pulling my my paddleboard. I just keep it on because you know, I'm not going anywhere. If you look, I use the Scotty rod holders that I use on my paddleboard, and all I did is just take one of the mounting brackets. I hooked it up to the PVC pipe, and I'm able to put a 3 rod. I could either 3 rods in a, or just go 2 rods in a drink or whatever. But it makes it an efficient way to basically to carry your rods up and down the levee. Has a little area still in front of it where I can put a cooler. And as far as my tackle and stuff, I just put it on the backpack behind me. So I'm able to get to one end of this area to the other, and it is quite large. And fish it, you know, really well. The area that I'll be fishing is the West Canal, and that's an area that a lot of kayaks do fish it from shore. One thing you got to make sure is you got to have good quality rods and reels. You got to have something pretty heavy, because once you hook it, you got a lot of vegetation to pull it through to get it into the shore. So, you know, fishing lightweight stuff isn't going to cut it, man. You need I like to use a bait casting gear with 30-pound test or even 40-pound test line. Something, if I do hook a big fish, I'm able to get them in. Even a small fish, when they get in that hydrilla, it's tough to pull them out of. One thing you got to be careful of over here is when you're fishing is that there are a lot of alligators, and there's a lot of water moccasins. And another thing you got to watch out for too, there's a lot of huge red ant piles. And these red ant piles are probably, I put #1 on my list of things to watch out for. You step in one of those, man, you're going to put your feet in the water to cool them off, and then the water moccasin's going to bite you, and then you jump away from that, and then the gator grabs your other leg. So, you know, you got to be careful when you're fishing out here, especially if it's gator mating season. They'll have their nest in there, and they get super aggressive. And realize gators can outrun a horse a short distance. They're very fast, so if you see one, keep your distance. But that's my bike. You know, it's set up for a little bit of fishing, and hopefully I'm going to check out the south end, see what's going on there, see if it's opened up and if it looks any clear. The north end, there's still a lot of hydrilla and stuff out there. A little more open up than I seen it this time last year, but I got high hopes. Well, made it all the way down to the pump house in the south end. Kind of looks like they sprayed some Roundup around the pump house. That's another story. But as far as the weed concentration, yes, quite a bit of weeds that are growing over here in the water, but it's a lot more open water, especially about a half mile to the north of the very south end of the area that we can fish. It does open up quite a bit. Not enough where I think it could take a Hobie drive or a native propel drive into it, but definitely paddleable. And see, wet a line, see if I can catch a fish while I'm here. Well, as far as fishing at Fellsmere, the water has cleared up quite a bit. Not where I like it to be, but I'm sure if you checked over on the east side, you probably could find cleaner water. it is doable. Yeah, I would take a kayak or paddleboard in here. Pick a day when it's not windy. And even if you want to fish on your bike, I wouldn't do it like today. It's blowing 15 right now. It's probably 15 to 20 out of the east. That's blowing right in my face. So I made a few casts. I'm able to reach the West Canal, no problem, but it's really difficult when it's blowing that hard. But under normal conditions, yeah, very, very doable on your bike. So anyhow, that's the report from Fellsmere, and it's early October. I'll be out here probably in a few weeks, and I'll be paddling it once I get a calm day out here. But Pete Hink, till next time, we'll see you.